Hello YouTube and welcome back to Brewing with Magic. Well, today we have got a Gruul Trample Treble deck built for you. Everything gets really big and it doesn't matter if they have blockers. We're going to run right through them. We're going to be hitting them. We're going to be taking them out really quick. It's a really fun deck created by our very own Will of the Brew Crew. So why don't we go over it real quick so we can get into some gameplay. So first I have what we call our early drop package, which is 4 Gilded Gooses and 4 Stonecoil Serpents. Now Stonecoil Serpents play double duty because later in the game they can just be really big creatures, but they are, good to fill in your curve in the beginning of the game with this particular deck. And then Gilded Goose also is, it's slightly mana rampy, but it's an early drop. So I did put it in this stack because it could have also gone over here into our second stack, which I call our card advantage or mana ramp. So we have 3 Elysian Carrotids for some mana ramp, really good. Not only does it give you 1 mana of any color, so it helps you get that second red later on, which you'll see why we need that, but it also gives you 2 of any color with the power, as long as you control a creature of 4 or greater power, which we should with this deck. That's the goal. We have 2 copies in Search of Greatness. Not only does this let us put out cards for free every turn, but if that's not an option, then we get to scry 1 every turn. That's pretty amazing. I put in 1 copy of Cultivate. The original deck list that was sent to me from Will had 4 Elysian Carrotids and 1 or no Cultivates, but I wanted to experiment, so this is how I ran the deck. I threw 1 of those in. When I was playtesting it before I started recording, I wasn't hitting lands quite how I liked. I don't know if it's necessary, but it felt like a fun inclusion, so I threw that in there. And then we have 3 Garruk's Uprisings. Most of our creatures are going to be big enough to where this is giving us advantages, especially late game. So then we have what I call our sneaky card package. So we have 3 Ram Throughs, is just a little bit of either a combat trick or just a removal. And then we have 4 Gem Razors, usually catches people off guard. As you'll see in one of the gameplays, it even threw me off. Sometimes it messes with me too. You throw that on a Stonecoil Serpent, not only do you have a giant Stonecoil Serpent, but it messes with people. So in one of the videos you'll see later, our opponent tries to Binding of the Old Gods, our Gem Razor, but our Gem Razor is sitting on top of a Stonecoil Serpent, and they weren't super happy about it, but there's a lot you can do with Gem Razor. It takes out Embercleaves, it takes out Great Henges. It's just a really solid creature. You throw it on a Gilded Goose, you have a 4/6 flyer or a 4/4 flyer. You throw it on a Stonecoil, you have probably a pretty big beast. It's all around just a really strong card, whether it's in this deck or not. And then we have our, I guess we could call them our finishers, our payoffs, the big cards in our deck. So it is 1 Ashea, Soul of the Wild. Granted, there is no trample on this particular creature, but once you have Garruk's Uprising out, anything in our deck is a trample travel creature, so that's fine. We have 2 copies of Elder Gargaroth because this is just a beast of a card. See what I did there? Beast of a card, yeah. And then we have 3 copies of Quartzwood Crasher. This is kind of the build around. This is the build around. So Quartzwood Crasher, if you're not familiar with it, is 1 green, 2 red, and 2 colorless. So there's that second red that I was talking about we may need with the Elysian Carrotid. The Gilded Goose does the same duty. So we need to have double red in a deck that doesn't have a lot of red, so it's good that we have ways to do that. It is a creature dinosaur beast. It's not even a legendary. That's cool. It is a 6/6, has trample. Now here's the fun part. When 1 or more creatures you control with trample deals damage to a player, create an XX green dinosaur beast creature token with trample, where X is the amount of damage those creatures dealt to that player. So not only does this creature not have to be attacking, so if you have a Stonecoil out with a Gem Razor on it or any other tramplers or just the Garruk, and you can hit your opponent the turn you throw this into play, it's still going to trigger because this doesn't have to be attacking. If you have more than 1 Quartzwood Crasher in play, you're doubling up, and those creatures that you're getting also have trample, so the next time you do it, it just keeps happening more and more, kind of snowballs. Then we have 2 copies of Vorinclex Monstrous Raider, because if you're playing mono green, yes, there's a little red, but if you're playing mono green and you're playing a trample tribal deck, you gotta play Vorinclex or you're doing something wrong. And then next we have what I am calling our support group. So that is 2 copies of Garruk Unleashed. The +1 fits in with this perfectly. +3/+3 gains trample until end of turn. So say you have the Quartzwood Crasher on the board, and then you have either a Carrotid, a Gilded Goose, or even say an Ashaya, and you don't have Garruk's Uprising out, you're going to get that +3/+3 and trample for the trigger. Otherwise, you're just getting through for that much bigger. The +3/+3 just makes the tokens that much bigger with the Quartzwood Crasher. And then everything else that Garruk does is awesome, of course. And then, of course, we have 1 Vivian's Monsters Advocate, which, besides just pumping out 3/3 tokens every turn, if they're playing a deck in any way that could be in the air, make your first token a reach, and then from there you're going to want trample to go along with the deck. And then remember, play cards off the top of your deck. Don't forget that. Super, super amazing reason to be playing Vivien. And then we have our land package. Nothing too notable here other than we do have 4 castles, green castles, 2 temples, and some fabled passages to search for the forests or mountains depending on what we need at the time. So pretty straightforward trample travel deck, really fun to play. Let's get into the gameplay, but before we do, really quick, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're almost to 100 subscribers, and when we do, we're giving away 3,400 gems for free to one of our subscribers. That's all you have to do, is be one of our subscribers. So help us build the community so we can give these away and have a lot of fun with everybody. Share, like, and subscribe, please. Let's have a lot of fun, and let's see what we can do with this deck. Who do we got here? We got Blake. That's who we got. Opponent goes first. We have a Stone Coil, 2 Ram Throughs, Garruk's Uprising, and a Garruk Unleashed, but only 2 lands. I think it's worth keeping. We can go turn 1 Stone Coil, and then, I mean, that seems like maybe turn 2 Stone Coil. Even though opponent goes first. Depends on what they do. But I'll keep it. If they're slow, maybe we don't do it. Yeah, maybe we don't do Stone Coil right away. Lead with the Forest. That way the... Man. Are they going to be Rogues? The Rogues doesn't play that, right? Probably Control. I think Control. Another black. I missed it. Whenever this creature mutates, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Something tells me I'm not going to like that at all next turn. Okay, well, let's go ahead and throw the Stone Coil for 2. It's not my... Yeah, I'm not loving that. I mean, I already can't kill that with Ram Through. As soon as they mutate that, that's a problem. And if they do it right now, yep, there it is. Yep. Okay. Let's see, how do we deal with this? Throw this on green. We don't have any red yet. That's going to be red. I can't double dip on that. I can throw this and we just take more damage. Or I could throw a 3/3 and... Eventually I can... Oh man, yeah, I don't have any good game plan. Next turn, I could double Ram Through with something. That seems so bad. And if they just keep mutating on that, I don't know. I guess I'm going to do the 3/3 Stone Coil. Swing. Maybe I should have not swung and double blocked. Or the next turn I can block and Ram Through and return. I don't like it. Not in love with my choices at the moment. Eliminate makes me less in love with my choices. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. Well, Vivien would be amazing in a turn or so. If I ever have that much. Yeah. So we'll put this out on red. What is that really doing? Saving us a turn.
Windy skies, leaves underfoot.
Might as well get a 3/3.
What a great day.
Might as well get a creature out of it.
Fun, friends.
And we have lifelink and death touch. We are in a peculiar spot, in my opinion. I'm hoping they don't have another mutate. Dang it, dude. So it's a 6/6, so if they don't kill my token, I can kill it, but I'm gonna have to block because why would they go at Garruk when they can just kill me? Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't understand. Okay, so I'm gonna let them have that. I don't understand why they played that way. We're still probably not gonna win, but they gave us an out, which is awkward. I think maybe they weren't paying. I don't know. I would have had to have blocked. So there's another land. Let's go ahead and throw the Vivien. I don't have another green quite yet, so I can't throw. Or red. I'm sorry, I don't have another red quite. Yep, there it is. Red quite yet. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a 3/3 beast. Let's give it. I like to have reach in case your opponent does something crazy. I do believe black has a flying flash haste creature too. So let's go ahead and swing with everything. Pass turn. Whew, did we stabilize because they made a mistake? Or did they see a different line? Let's go ahead and get this out here. Now we're going to be making trample tokens. Let's go ahead and make another one. We've got our protector. This one's going to have trample. And then we're swinging in with everything. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Give me some. It has begun. The only one that had trample so far is the 2/2. So even if we don't win next turn, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a few more. We're gonna get a few more tokens. Pouncing Shore Shark is the answer from the opponent. Let's throw this. Let's throw Garruk's Uprising. Let's do the things. Let's do the things. I do believe I get a card from that. Forest is a little whatever. Let's go ahead and make our trample creature now. Okay.
I love
Swing with everything.
Friends.
Good luck, my friend. They block 3 damage worth, even if they block the big trampler. So what do we got? We -3. We got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think that's a wrap unless they got like eliminate in their hand or something. I think that's it. But my math could be wrong, and we'd have so many tokens. Oh, wait. No, even that didn't do it. Good game. Hey, it's that dude. 2026. But that dude. Okay, so we go first. We have a forest and a castle. I like that. We have a listing carrot. I like that. In Search for Greatness, Gem Raiser ×2, and a Shea. So we're gonna keep this. We're gonna see if our opponent doesn't just remove our stuff to death. I think we go carrot into the Search of Greatness. Okay, there we go. Oh, so they have red. Oh, red. So I'm gonna In Search of Greatness now in case there is it. I don't want them to have the counter spell next turn. Counter the not Mystical Dispute. Oh, I'm blanking. But yeah, Essence. No, that's creatures. I get there eventually. Oh, maybe they're mono red. 7 dwarves. Come on now. Come on now. So Garruk's Uprising is a really good card in a little bit for us, but not at the moment. And we need to. I feel like we gotta keep making sure we're hitting lands. So unfortunately, I am sorry, Garruk. We're gonna put you there. We're gonna throw a land out, and I hope our little carrot makes it to the next turn. They'll attack. We won't block, and then they'll kill it with the snow kill card. Probably won't make. Oh, it lives. So ran through. Interesting. View battlefield. That's not gonna help us right now, but it might in the future. I'm gonna leave it there and grab it. We have a castle. Throw the castle. I'm trying to think why would I want to tap? I don't see a reason to throw this on this. Yeah, hold on. What we do is we throw this as a creature. And now because we have the 4/4, now we ram through one of these little guys here. Back to 2/2. Good sir. Pass it back to that dude. 4th land comes out. Still snowy as ever. It's an Annex. You hate to see it. Is Annex an enchantment? No, we'll throw that out for free. I think Annex is an enchantment. Oh my gosh. So I'm pretty sure if I put the Gem Raiser on that. Hold on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I put the Gem Raiser on this, it makes it even bigger. So let's go ahead and put that, over. Let's go ahead and get rid of that Annex. You can have a token. And let's throw. That seems like a little bit more than we need to do this turn. Let's go ahead and just swing in with that Gem Raiser. We don't need to risk killing that. Pass the turn back to the opponent. They're in trouble here soon. I don't think they're going to be able to. I think they're a creature-based deck. So I don't think they. We'll see if they have any way to come back from this. Another 7 dwarf. Okay. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. Carrot down to the bottom. Thank you. In Search of Greatness. Gilded Goose. So let's go ahead and throw Garruk. And let's go ahead and plus Garruk on the Gem Razor. And let's go ahead and swing in with the 2/7/7s if they want to double block when they can. Take them down to 1. And I don't know if it's worth throwing out the goose. Why not? Hey, I'd rather block with the goose, I guess. And that's a turn. Why not? Nothing left in our hand. What can you do, dude? What can that dude do? An Annex is not a bad place to start, but I don't think it stops us. No life gain with Trample. It's all that Trample. Sorry, dude.
Watch yourself,
Hey,
buddy.
hey, hey. You just good game. Good game. No blocks. We'll scry that away. Good game. Whew. What's up, Cloud? See if we can't float on by. So, opponent goes first. We have 2 lands, 2 Gildeds, a Garruk Unleashed, a Gem Razor, and a Vivian. I don't hate the hand. We start out with our Temple. As much as I would like to start out with a Goose. They go weaponize the monsters immediately. Well, we just drew another land. And I kind of want to go a little faster. So if I go turn 1 Goose, and then turn 2 Mountain, turn 3 if I don't draw another land, Gem Razor's no good. Okay, so another Gem Razor. I mean, they're already showing one thing to kill it, plus they're pretty big, and I could cast them. Let's hold on to that Gem Razor. We're a little ways out, but that's okay. Okay, they go Faceless Haven into a Rimrock. They need that Rimrock out now. Okay, so we'll throw out a green into a Gilded Goose into a Gilded Goose. So double Gilded Goose times 2s. Pass it back to the opponent. So we could Vivian's Monsters Advocate next turn if we wanted to. Boom. I mean, how do they get by that? That's a turn 3 Vivian. Don't know if they could get by that. Of course, our Gilded Gooses will be tapped. So maybe that's dumb. So no blocks. We'll take that 3. Is this to any target? To any target, yeah, it is. So they could block. Yeah. Here goes a Goose. Bone Crusher Giant. That's fine. That's their turn. Another land is good news for us. So let's throw this. And let's see. Like I said, anything I do right now that's not Gem Razor just leaves our Planeswalker or whatever we're doing vulnerable. So we're just going to go ahead and throw that Gem Razor on there. Throw that on the over. And pass the turn. Which also, yeah, that kills their enchantment, which is also good. But yeah, if they want to trade a 4/4 versus their 3, yeah, if they want to trade, we're fine with that trade. At the moment, we're playing more the control deck because they're the aggressive deck. There's a Shadow Spear and a Fireblade Charger. They're probably not going to attack because what are they going to do? Okay, so now we kind of have a protector. As far as if we want to throw the Garruk, I think we throw the Garruk and we just start messing with them. Try to get to that emblem. Plus that on here.
Got an axe to grind.
Okay.
I like to think big.
They can't get by that, so good game. Good game, Cloud. Who do we got next? What? What? Can't believe that's our opponent. Hello. So opponent goes first. We do have a Forest. We have a Pathway. We have a Fabled Passage. We have a Carried, a Garruk Unleashed, a Gem Razor, and a Vivian. Let's try it out. Okay, so let's lead off with the Forest, because why not? I'm really going to feel bad. And I don't want to throw the Stone Cold right now. I could have thrown the Fabled, and maybe I should have. They did. But, I mean, we have a little bit more time to draw another land. I guess there was no reason not to throw the Fabled. Opponent goes Mountain into Swamp. Okay, hey, well, there we go. No punishment for us. Let's throw the Carried. It's going to get killed. Might not even see our turn, or see their turn. They might just kill it at the end of our turn. We'll pass. See what happens. It was the play either way, and it gets rid of a removal. Our 2 drops are there to make sure our 3 drops live. Bone Crusher. Boom. Okay, so they throw the Bone Crusher. So we will throw this out on red, our pathway, and we're going to throw the Serpent for 3. Whoop. Hoping they try to attack us, and if they attack us, I'm probably not going to block. I'm going to think about the situation at the moment, because I think I'd rather put the Gem Razor on it and smack them for 7, or just have a 7/7 sitting there. They can't kill it with Heartless. Well, they can, because they could just remove 3 tokens and make it a 0/0. There's the pathway on red, red-green, so they are going to swing, no blocks. Okay, they ship it back. So we'll throw the Fabled Passage. We're going to play it on red, because it doesn't hurt us, and we need a second red source for our deck. And then we can throw the Gem Razor. No. Oh, I should have thrown... and I can't do this. I see that now. Okay, we're going to still do our turn. I could have did that next turn, so that was a misplay. We're going to go ahead and throw that there. We're going to throw it over, and we're going to swing for 7. Boom! Smack them down. They could throw a dragon this turn. I don't know exactly what they're doing. They have, you know, red, green, black isn't a combo I see a whole lot nowadays. Some Jund action. Binding the Old God is going to take the Gem Razor out. Is there another choice that they could pick? It's protection from multicolor. They forgot. I think we might get a rope now. Watt might be mad. They threw that binding and went, what? They did the same thing I did. And went, oh, yeah, it's a Gem Razor. It also has Trample and Reach, so it's pretty strong in that current state. They are not happy campers. Good game-ish. Good game. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up Gruul Trample Tribal. What another fun deck. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. So definitely would be a few little changes I would do. First off, in a deck of this manner, being mainly a creature deck where we're trying to kill them really fast, we don't have a whole lot of control that we can do with the deck. Having the 4 castles and the 2 temples at times was just really rough. There was times where I probably could have won the game if I just didn't have a land that came into play tapped. You gotta have these temples. I believe the deck might have had more temples when I first got it, and I cut those already, but you gotta have a few. Not so much for the scry, even though that happens, but you just need those extra red mana sources. You've got the Fableds to grab the mountains. We can't really throw any more mountains in the deck, because if we draw those, too many of those, it's just not really good. So I am going to cut 2 castles, and I'm going to bring in 2 more forests, and I'm going to play test it like that, and hopefully that works out. So the other thing is, originally when I got the deck list from good old Will, he had 4 Elysian Carrotids and no Cultivates, and I added 1. I just never really, if I would have drawn it and was able to use it, I'm sure I would have loved it, but I just don't think that addition was necessary. But it's fun to play test, and that's how we do things over here, and we encourage you to do the same. And then I love things like Ram Through, and a deck needs to have something where it can answer some problems from another player that you can't do by just either blocking or attacking. But unfortunately, this deck either has smaller creatures in the beginning, as in a small Stone Coil, a Gilded Goose, or an Elysian Carrotid, so where Ram Through just isn't doing it for us, or later on in the game when you have a Gem Razor on one of these smaller creatures, or just one of your big huge creatures, you're trampling through so heavily, like Ram Through just doesn't seem to matter anyways. It's almost win more. Now I don't want to cut them completely, so I am going to cut 1 and go down to 2. You still got to have some just in case there's something you can't handle and you've got to get rid of it, but I do feel like I only need 2, and I want to bring in 1 more, In Search of Greatness. The card is just absolutely amazing in this deck. I mean, if you have a Carrotid out, then you're throwing out a free Garruk's Uprising. If you have a Garruk's Uprising out, you're throwing a free Gem Razor. A Gem's Razor, you're throwing something, you know, so on and so forth. So that's a really neat part of the package there. So those are the changes I would make to the deck. That's how I'm going to run it the next time I go out. So I really hope that you enjoyed the deck. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, so that way you are eligible for the 3,400 free gem giveaway as soon as we hit 100 subscribers. And as always, until next time, have a blast in the arena.